Hello and welcome. Thank you for all coming here today. I know that your professor has wanted you to come here because she wants you to learn more about the library and how to use it. She's also gone ahead and given me some information about your guys' upcoming project, which is really helpful to me because I've gone ahead and looked at the things that you've been asked to research in the different topics. And I'm going to show you several databases that I think are going to be really helpful for you in whatever topic you've chosen. So we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Abby Hilliard. I'm one of the librarians here for Ivy Tech. And since you're all at a computer, if you haven't already, please go ahead and sign on. We're going to log into the library through Campus Connect on the Ivy Tech main page. And if you've never logged into one of the computers here before, just let me know because I can help you log in. And if you just follow along, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get connected through Campus Connect. If you've never logged in this way before, you just use your username and password like normal. And as you can see, this isn't quite the library homepage yet. We're going to go to the library tab over here on the left. We're going to click on the University Library of Columbus link. And you should find yourself at this page. This is our library main page. Anything you need to find is going to be here. We have lots of different information, including articles, we have books, we have Ask a Librarian. But for today, we're going to go ahead and get started looking for articles. So if you see this tab here says Search and Find, we're going to go ahead and click on this. Once you have clicked on this link, I want you to go over here to the left-hand side, this A to Z link right here. Follow me and click on that. And as everyone does that, I have some handouts for you. These are some helpful takeaways for you. If at the end of the day you have trouble logging back onto the library, it shows you how to do that and how to find different articles and access the databases. And also shows you how to use Ask a Librarian, which we will discuss at the end of this presentation. Alright, as you can see, we have a lot of databases. We have access to dozens of databases. And depending on what you're studying or what your topic might be, you can find almost anything you might need using these databases. I know it can be a little intimidating because if this is your first time using the online databases, you might not be sure where to start. This is where we're going to start helping you. A lot of people I know have never been in a library before. If they've been in a library, they've not been in this one. I just want to let you guys know that studies have been shown that if you use the library regularly, you're much more likely to stay in school, much more likely to graduate, and much more likely to have a higher GPA than those who don't. It's simply because the library and the librarians themselves are a resource for you to use. The same way that your professor is, or the same way that the ARC is, or a tutor is, we are here to help you find information that you need to succeed. Whatever that information might be, we will help you find it. And even if for whatever reason we don't have the information, say the book or article that you need, and we don't have it here, we can find a way to get it for you. We will never turn your way no matter what your topic is or what your research might be about. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is rather interesting, is that your professor has also provided me with a list of things that you shouldn't do a topic paper on. Some of those are like abortion, marijuana, school uniforms, teen pregnancy and bullying, gun control, things like that. And after doing instructions for lots of other classes, I can say those are some of the main topics that people choose to write about. So there is a lot of information on that, but because your professor has asked that you don't use those, pick something else. I went ahead and picked out 2 topics that I thought were interesting from the list that you can pick from, and they were animal rights and a throwaway society. I picked those 2 because I haven't come across them very often, especially throwaway society, and it'll help you search for something that might be a little more obscure, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. All right, so the first topic we're gonna research is Academic Search Premier. And if you look up here, this database is at the very top. It's one of our more widely used databases. It is also a really good place to get started if you're just trying to find what information might be available for you. So we're going to go ahead and do a broad search for animal rights. And as we do this, we're just going to see what comes back, and we have a lot of information. And I figured that there would be because animal rights is a very hot topic. But seeing as how nobody has time to go through almost 6,000 different articles, there's a way to narrow it down. If you see over here on the left-hand side under Limit 2, right here, I want you all to click on Full Text and Scholarly Peer Review. Now, what this does is narrow down everything in this database about animal rights that's come back to us to something that is both full text and has already been scholarly peer reviewed. So any information that you find on these articles is going to be something that's verifiable and something that you can cite in your paper. And we have 847, which is still a lot, so we're going to narrow it down a little bit further. If you see right here, there is a time slide. We're going to bring this up to a few more present time. Let's say within the next 4 or 5 years. So let's bring it up to 2012. And the more recent an article you find will probably be better for you in the long run. I know a lot of professors like something that's fairly recent over something that's older. So that can definitely help you narrow it down. And now we have about 172 articles, definitely a lot more doable. But it can probably be better to start narrowing it down. And this is where you need to start really thinking about what interests you about animal rights. Are you interested about animal rights and laws, animal rights and animal testing, animal rights and historical animal rights? Whatever it sounds most interesting to you is what we need to narrow it down to search. So let's say animal rights and law. All right, and this was a good search because we've come back with 35 different articles. This is something that would be a lot more doable if you're doing a research paper because you won't have time to go through 6,000 different articles to find the information that you need, but you can look through 35 to see if it's something that you would use for your paper. And again, these are all scholarly peer-reviewed full-text articles that are no more than 3 years old. So that is animal rights, and this is Academic Search Premier. We're going to search through 2 more databases and show you how the search terms might differ or the way you search might be a little bit different. But I really wanted to touch on Academic Search Premier because not only is it a good database for you to use, but if you use any other database in the EBSCO system, the way you search for information will be laid out similar to this. So if you can find a way to search Academic Search Premier, you'll be finding any database that belongs to the EBSCO. Alright, so we're going to go up here to the tabs and we're going to go back to the A to Z list. And we're going to scroll all the way down to O. And we're going to go to opposing viewpoints in context. All right. If you've never been to opposing viewpoints in context before, this database will turn out to be one of your greatest assets when you're doing research, especially if you have a topic that is considered controversial or is a hot topic or maybe even very recent. This is the place where you want to go to find some information. Whereas the other databases aren't updated regularly because they do need academic journals to be posted on their database. Opposing viewpoints in context will provide you with links to newspapers, magazines, articles, images, YouTube videos, audiovisual information, even maps. And the way you search for information here is very similar to the way you would plug in information, say Google or YouTube. And the same way you would search for information there, we're going to search for it here. Now we're going to search for two things here. One is animal rights, the other is Throwaway Society, just so we can show you the different results we get for two different topics. So we're going to head into animal rights again. Alright, and as you can see, we have a ton of information. We have everything from academic journals, statistics, news, audio, images, reference biographies, an interactive map that could be really good to use, including websites. And depending on how many different resources you need and what your topic is, you might find everything you need on Opposing Viewpoints, depending on your topic. And now we're going to look at Throwaway Society, just to see. I picked this topic to search because it is something I've not come across before. No one has done it before. So I'm interested to see what we find. Okay, as opposed to animal rights, not a lot, but we still have some information. And I'm going to show you another database where you can actually find a little more information on this particular topic. But if you have something that's a little more well-known, like animal rights, or if you are doing something on drugs or depression, or pretty much anything that's a hot topic in the news right now, Opposing Viewpoints in Context, you will find a lot of information there. Another very interesting feature of Opposing Viewpoints in Context is this Browse Issues tab right here. If you're unsure of what information might be here, or what topics they have, this shows an entire list of everything they have in their database. And things are being added all the time. And of course, with the presidential elections coming up soon, you're going to find a lot more information about presidential elections, the presidency itself. And this could be another good place to come to search for information and something like that. All right, so that's Opposing Viewpoints in Context. It's a very easy to use database. I very much recommend it. All right, now we're going to go back to the A to Z resources list. All right, the last database we're going to search with for now is this one here, which is Research Library ProQuest. It's right here around the R's. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Again, the same way you would put in something in YouTube or Google is the same way you would put in a search term here. And we're just going to do a broad search for Throwaway Society. And as you can see, we have a lot more information here than we did in Opposing Viewpoints. And there's full text, which we're going to go ahead and click on the same way in Academic Search where we limit to full text. And let's limit to peer reviewed. So that way everything that is coming back to us in the search is full text, scholarly peer reviewed. And it's something that you can use in your own research. Now the reason I picked animal rights and Throwaway Society as topics to demonstrate to you guys how to use the databases is because they're both examples of something that is very researched and something that is a little more obscure that you might not have heard about as a student. Many times when you're deciding what you want to do research on, you might be afraid that the topic you're picking is too obscure, maybe too new, and you're not sure if you're going to find the information that you need. If there's information out there on whatever topic you have, there is a way to find information on it. Many people get discouraged because they stick to one particular database, and when they can't find everything they need, they just assume this information doesn't exist, or I need to pick a different topic. You never need to pick a new topic. You just need to change the way that you're searching. You need to change the databases that you're using. If you have a topic that is about quantum computing or business, and the only thing you're using is Academic Search Career Opposing Viewpoints, you might not find everything you need. We do have specialized databases that are geared more towards technology and engineering and even business, or even law. So if you can't find what you need, it might just be a matter of switching up the databases that you're using. So if you were to say, take this topic here, throwaway society, and just search for it in Google, like many students do, without trying to go through a database, you probably won't find very much. But if you use the databases that we have here at Ivy Tech, you can find information that you can use for your paper or for your persuasive essay or speech. As you can see, full text, paper, there we go. So those are three of the databases that I wanted to just cover for you guys, but I just want to reiterate that we do have dozens of other databases. Some are more specialized than others. If you have a particular topic and you've been playing around trying to find information on it and you haven't found anything, I just want to let you guys know, come to me or Tim, who's the other Ivy Tech librarian. We will do the best we can to help you find information that you need. There's usually nothing that we can't find. And even if we can't find it here, there are other libraries that we can get the information from, whether it be a book or article. All right. The last thing I want to touch on is